Good morning, Ricky. What do you want to do today? Huh, buddy? What should we do? Oh, you got a pig here? Should we feed chickens first? Should we go feed the chickens? You know what that means, don't you? Let's go feed the chickens. Oh, buddy? Let's go feed the chickens. Ricky loves feeding the chickens. And he loves scaring the chickens. You know, and I'm not out here feeding him, he doesn't bother him at all. But if I come around, he's got to show me that he's in charge, not the chickens. He's going to protect us from those evil chickens. If you haven't noticed, I shaved my beard off last night. Yeah, a lot of times in November, I do the no shave November thing. And by the end of November, which it isn't, we got a couple days before the end of November, that beard just kind of drives me crazy. So I cut it off last night. Feels better. You like the chickens, huh? It's gonna be a nice day today. A little chilly yet, but it's supposed to get up in the 40s. Gonna be a good day. We're gonna get some things done around the farm, but first let's do this. We give them a little scratch grain outside. They like scratching around in the, actually I put wood mulch down here for them to scratch around, and they seem to like that. So we give them a little scratch grain, which is a mixture of cracked corn, wheat, oats, and they love scratching around and eating that. If you're wondering what this is, I built this thing this fall. The chickens will climb up on it. And I don't know if they intentionally spin themselves around or it just works out that way, but every once in a while you'll catch one up there standing up there spinning on this wheel, going for a little slow ride around the circle. And then on the inside feeder, inside feeder, then we give them some pelletized food for them, so they get that available all the time. The scratch grain I put out a couple times a day. The other food kind of keep, there's always some in the feeder for them. Jane's headed off to work this morning.
Hi everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you later.
You got fun too. Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, everybody, next project today, we're going to do a quick follow-up on that, the solar panel wiring project we did in the woodshed. I did get my inline fuse that we were kind of waiting on. Those came the other day, so we're going to install that. And that'll only take a few minutes, but we're going to put that on quick. Here's the inline fuse I got. It's just, you know, an inline fuse. You open this cap, and I put a 15 amp fuse in there. I think you can see that. I put a little 15 amp fuse in there, and we'll wire that in on the load side. On the lighting side, we'll wire that in on the positive terminals. It'll only take a few minutes, but hang along with me. Let's see, I'm gonna need my wire strippers. I'm gonna need a pair of pliers. Probably the hammer, because I may need to reroute that wire just a little bit to fit this in here. I've got a couple wire nuts and a extra staple in my pocket that I might need. Oh, look at that. One of the chickens got out. Doesn't happen very often. You know, it's funny, Ricky bothers the chickens when you go there to feed them and stuff, but then once in a great while, one of them gets out like that one did. And Ricky don't bother him at all, just kind of follows him around, checks her out. Let's finish our wiring project, then we'll go back and rescue this chicken. Come on, Ricky. Ricky! Ricky! Come on. Come on. Leave the chicken alone. Come on. We'll go get her corralled up here after we finish this. So, what we're gonna do, here's our regulator. It does show that it's charging as it should. We're gonna disconnect. Ricky, stay here. We're gonna disconnect this load side here, the positive terminal. So I gotta cut these wires off that I put on. We'll cut them off. It might take a minute. Cut them off. We'll put the inline fuse and a couple wire nuts on there. We should be in good shape. They're good. That's why you always check. Well, my only complaint about this solar panel thing, or this regulator thing, is the leads are really short. They don't give you anything to work with. You know, like we only cut off probably less than a half an inch, and now we're got very little lead to work with. They should have had them leads about a foot long. That's my only complaint. Got this regulator at Harbor Freight along with the solar panel. I think the solar panel is cheap. The solar panel is like $12 or $13. This regulator cost, I believe it was 20 some bucks. Still not too bad, but so there. Now we got a fuse in line. 15 amp fuse on the positive side, flowing out of the battery into the regulator out to the load side, through the 15 amp fuse, and then out to our lights. And then we'll do a little chicken wrangling. Okay, now we're gonna do a little chicken wrangling now that that project's done. And there she is. By the fire pit right now. We got to get her over by the chicken coop. get her too excited and get her running, but I'll try to get her walking over there. Yeah, she's heading in the right direction. This ought to be interesting. I'm surprised Ricky's being so good about it. He, his quest to help us, he ends up creating more of a problem. It's been good here. There. We got you captured. You gonna be on YouTube, Henrietta? You gonna be on YouTube, Henrietta? Okay, we'll put you back in there with your friends. There we go. She's in there with her friends. Thanks for watching.